It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you. Here we are on Thursday. The week is moving right along. Next week is Thanksgiving. Hard to believe, but true. And what's not hard to believe is that we have news to tell you.
Yeah. A week from today, though, is Thanksgiving. That is pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We will begin some news. If you live in South Springfield or do business in South Springfield, including the hospitals, you likely had to boil your water this past weekend. That after a 36-inch water main broke. City Utilities says the water main separated from a connection to a 48-inch transmission main. The damage was near Battlefield and 65, so they worked on that. CU also says the equipment failure on a retaining ring at the Blackman water treatment plant. They've been working on that as well, which, by the way, is pretty common. I mean, we have been in the news long enough to know that equipment breaks and there are boil orders all the time, just typically not in Springfield. But with the season change, temperature change, engineers say this sort of thing can happen. Students who are at Ozarks Tech, formerly OTC, can now more easily transfer over to Drury to continue their education. The two schools have a new partnership for students who earn their associate degree at Ozarks Tech and then want to go on to Drury to get their bachelor's. This is mainly for more high demand fields like cybersecurity, along with mechanical and electrical engineering. Those are in high demand. Those students can take part in a new grant initiative that will help lower the cost to make that transition. But also, if you are in good academic standing at OTC or at Ozarks Tech, you do have guaranteed acceptance over at Drury.
That's cool. I like
love
that.
it.
I'm a fan of community colleges. I think for many students, it's a great stair step into traditional college. You can get a better idea of maybe what you want to do or not do and feel it out a little bit for a lot less cost in most cases. So I'm a fan. The old Bass Pro Warehouse is coming down. We told you about this. It's at Sunshine and Grant, right behind Bass Pro. You really see it off Sunshine. It used to be a Kmart store. Many of you probably remember when it was. If you haven't been by recently, half that building is now gone, torn down, and still no word on what Bass Pro plans to do once it's all the way down, what they're going to do with that property. Maybe nothing for a while, but something's coming.
I know. I'm excited about it just because it's surely going to be cool. What is it? I don't know, but it's surely going to be cool.
It'll be very cool. It'll probably take 10 years to build.
Yeah.
And we'll all be waiting with anticipation to see what it's going to be. And it'll be a new thing that USA Today readers can vote number one, I'm hoping.
That's, by the way, that we literally have zero inside information, or at least I do. Do you have inside information?
No, I don't.
Okay. Just checking. Because sometimes we do, but not today.
Not today. So if anybody has it, pass it along. I just want to know what's going to be there. I won't even tell anybody on the podcast if you tell me not to. Hey, if you're predisposed to Alzheimer's, and a lot of people are these days because it's in their families, there's even more reason to work out. Sarah puts this story in every time that she sees it for me.
Sorry, babe.
My mother had it. But no, it's a good reminder, and I'll maybe start tomorrow. Researchers say it will greatly improve your chances of not getting dementia. Working out will reduce your chances of getting dementia. A new study shows that exercise decreased the risk of Alzheimer's by a full third, 33%. That's pretty incredible. Good cardio health was also delayed by almost 18 months. Delayed Alzheimer's by almost 18 months in older age for those who work out. So if you're going to get Alzheimer's, they think good cardio at an older age will prevent it by at least 18 months. And the older you get, the more negative impact that not exercising has on your health. And I think that's probably true regarding everything. But in this case, talking specifically about Alzheimer's and dementia.
Okay, now to this, a new Huey Magoo's is coming to town. I still
Yeah.
haven't been. Ethan and the kids have gone. They speak very highly of it, but I don't know why I haven't been. This time, it's another new location in Springfield because, they have one in Ozark as well. The new one is going in on Battlefield Road, just outside the Heritage, kind of across from the mall, really, not too far from the mall. So that's exciting. And it's not a new bank. Most new buildings in town are going to be banks, as it turns out, but this one's going to be a restaurant.
They
So,
are. Your restaurant. I saw that the other day. It's right next to where the new architect is, the drive-through architect place,
mm-hmm.
out in front of the Heritage on
Yeah,
Battlefield Fremont, and a new Huey Magoo's. So that plaza, they redid. They gave it a facelift, and that always seems to work well when they
yeah.
do a facelift.
It's exciting. I mean, I love Architect Coffee, and
Yeah.
then the Heritage looks amazing. And now this, I feel like it might be my new place to be, Assuming I like Huey Magoo's, I just haven't actually tasted it yet.
You know what they have there, which is a trivia question. What kind of drink do they have there that they don't have anywhere else, or almost nowhere else? Mr. Pibb on
Oh,
tap.
Mr. Pibb.
Yeah.
Isn't their tagline the filet mignon of chicken?
Yes, Huey Magoo's. Yeah.
I remember that. And so I
Mhm.
enjoy that tagline. That's good.
It is indeed. Walmart, this is interesting, says people who make more than $100,000 a year are behind Walmart's sales growth recently. During the most recent quarter, U.S. sales grew at Walmart per store at 5.3% over last year. And interestingly, households making more than $100,000 per year accounted for 75% of those gains.
That's interesting. Also,
Well,
how do they know that? You know what I
that's a
mean?
good question. Yeah, they have to. I don't know how they know that, but they pay to find that out, I'm sure. But what that says to me is that $100,000 ain't what it used to be, and a lot more people are making as a household $100,000 plus, uh, because it's a competitive wage that you have to pay people because everything costs so much these days. That's
Yeah.
what is that what was that what it says to you?
I mean, I see where you get that train of thinking, and I don't disagree with it. But my actual initial thought was that maybe people who used to shop higher end grocery stores are now shopping at Walmart because of inflation. So you're
Interesting.
still going to get a more competitive price at
So
Walmart
get
than
more
you
bang
would
for
at.
their buck.
I mean, we don't have like Trader Joe's, like all the more, I don't know, fancy ones. I'm trying to think of because some of the more fancy brands in Springfield have closed down. I mean, I'm thinking of a couple that we had on Glenstone. Can't remember the names of them, but they've since closed. But I don't that so I
Okay,
like
so
your train of thinking and I understand it, but my initial reaction was that's because people are shopping maybe cheaper.
yeah,
Yeah.
trying to find the best deal.
Right.
That's interesting. I don't know which of those could be true. Maybe
Yeah,
both a
maybe
little bit.
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought honestly that it was interesting how they knew people's household income because some banks ask you that or I guess all banks ask you that. But
You don't have
some
to ask.
companies will ask you that on surveys.
Yeah.
But Walmart doesn't send out surveys. I don't know. Or maybe they do and we just haven't been
Well,
selected.
they research, all these organizations all can research all sorts of things these days based on email,
Right.
based on stuff you put elsewhere. So I don't know how they
Yeah.
do it, but that I don't doubt that they can do it.
Correct. Same. Okay. Apparently, economists differed in their calculations of the estimated cost for a traditional Thanksgiving last year. So it's interesting because a couple of weeks ago, they were reporting that the prices were going to be up. Now they're going to be down. I don't know. This is what I do know. Last week, analysts said prices were going to be up pretty substantially, I thought, for a traditional Thanksgiving meal. We did the math. I was like, what? That seems nuts. But now the American Farm Bureau Federation, which is typically the one who puts out this report every single Thanksgiving, they say the cost is down over last year. The organization is predicting that for 10 people, it'll cost right around $58 to feed 10 people the traditional Thanksgiving meal. Now, that's a 5% drop over last year. So that's great news. But here's the catch. It's still 19% higher than it was pre-pandemic.
Right.
So if you look at pre-pandemic numbers, which, you know what, we're not going back. We've figured that out. But that's a substantial increase pre-pandemic. Anyway, so for now, the reason the overall cost is down is because apparently turkeys are cheaper this year.
Okay. Well, that's the biggest factor whenever you're buying for Thanksgiving is the bird. How much you're going to pay for that?
There you go. Now you know.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're not going back to pre-pandemic. The prices went up, and then it's easier just to keep them there than to lower the price by 19% or even 15%.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, although we have seen many grocery stores, we've seen in the last probably 6 months, prices start to come down on some things, and they're making a big deal about it. You know, price drops on 1,000 products in our store or things like that. So there's a little bit of progress, but it ain't going back to pre-pandemic. You're right. That's a shame.
It is.
Tis the season. Thanksgiving is a week from today, and don't forget that this Saturday is the mayor's annual tree lighting ceremony in downtown Springfield at Park Central Square. The live performances start there about 5:45. Tree lighting at about 6 or so. Lots of freebies, including selfies with Santa, which are always fun. You can ride on the Holiday Express train. There'll be some cookies and hot chocolate there for the kids, ice skating at the ice park. So it's a good time, and it will get you in the holly jolly spirit, I think.
That's right. Yeah. If you're a Grinch, head that way, and it'll correct all the issues.
Or you'll ruin everything.
Or you'll ruin everything. One of the two. One of the two. Also, we want to tell you that today is the day. Later today, we will be drawing the winner at aroundtheozarks.com for our Branson Bowl. So if you have not yet registered to win, go ahead and do that, because someone is going to win Chiefs tickets to the December 8th ball game versus the Chargers. This is Chiefs versus Chargers at Arrowhead Stadium, December 8th. You will also win some Branson as the official vacation destination of the Kansas City Chiefs, customized gear. So go right now to aroundtheozarks.com, scroll down, click on Branson Bowl, and then you will need this keyword to enter, Ethan.
The keyword is resorts.
There you go. That's the keyword. So go play, because somebody's got to win, and it's cool. It's fun to go to a ball game like that for free. Couple tickets.
You bet.
So.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Yeah. I think that's it. Anything else that you would like to add, sir?
No, tomorrow is Friday, and then we start a holiday week. And
we're going to see if the wind can die down a little bit today compared to yesterday.
Oh, yeah, it was windy yesterday.
It was nuts.
Yeah. My hair was a mess, and I didn't even realize it until somebody told me. Guys don't get the windblown look that works out well like the women do. Supermodels have the wind. They have blowers.
They have like fans on purpose.
Yeah, blowing their hair. And
I mean, I know all about that. I know all about that since I'm 6 foot and everything.
It happens to me, and I look like there's a problem. I've had some sort of problem. So anyway, the wind it will be better today, I hope. But at any rate, tomorrow's Friday, and we'll live it up on the weekend. Next week, a holiday week, which is very exciting. And really, next week ushers in, it's like a holiday season. You can't deny it anymore.
Yep, it's true. All right. See you later. Have a great day.
See you.